I should have definitely de-shined before I did this video. Okay. I've talked about my depression before, and that's normal for me. Because if I'm ashamed of it and hide it, it doesn't help me. It doesn't help anyone. It just makes me ashamed. I don't want to be ashamed of who I am. I want to be proud of who I am. And depression is just part of who I am. Just like ADHD is part of who my oldest child is, and autism is part of who my younger two children are, and somebody better help me figure out Steve. Uh-oh. I have taco on my teeth. I'm sorry. I apologize. Bluntly and honestly, right now, it's really bad. But I recognize the signs. And I am going in to see my doctor. And we're going to talk about shifting things around a little bit. And maybe getting a different therapist. I love my therapist, but like a friend, we're not getting much accomplished. She's a really awesome lady. That's the problem. We have all these amazing things in common, and we end up talking about that stuff instead of... And she's not... One of the things I really love about her is she's not this, like, let's go back in time in your life and blame your parents for your problems and all your past problems on your problems now. I mean, it is what it is what it is. My life was not easy growing up. I don't know too many people who it was easy on. And I made some bad mistakes, and I'm a person, I'm a human being, and because of that, I carry baggage, and it's not that I carry baggage, it's how I deal with the baggage now, and the baggage has shaped me into this person I am now, and some of the baggage is really bad. I mean, things done to me that I don't want to talk about. Not that I haven't talked about them, I just don't want to talk about them right now. It's on my Goat Rodeo blog. You can find it. About a year ago. My bad stuff has shaped me. My good stuff has shaped me. It's made me appreciate life. And it's made me appreciate other people's struggles and not judge their struggles. Because it's very easy to do that. I am a better person for all the crap I've been through. Even the unspeakable, unmentionable crap. If I could live my life over, would I go through that crap? But I wouldn't be who I am now. Which is why we don't get the do-overs. Not really a reincarnation, but we go into it without memory. We enter this world clean and pure. And the things around us shape us, and some of us go through the hells and come out the other sides, and some of us become alcoholics or drug addicts or abusees or abusers. And some of us are born with no social compass whatsoever. So I'm going in on Monday. I have a fun weekend. I'm with all weekend long. And I'm going to get my meds adjusted. And I'm going to try to talk to my doctor tomorrow, but he's not normally in the office on Thursdays, and tomorrow's New Year's Eve, so I doubt that I'll get a hold of him. And I'll call emergency number if I have to, talk to somebody that way. Because I know the signs and what to look for. And now I'm going to tell you the signs and what to look for in yourself and the people around you. Sleeping more or less than usual. Losing or gaining not planned but unplanned weight. Appetites changing drastically for no apparent reason. And that also can be a health issue, so that's a doctor check no matter what. If all of a sudden somebody has an aversion to something they've loved all their life, unless it's like ice cream, I would say that it's something to check out. I know I'm an aversion to red meat, but that's more of a digestive issue. Hiding out. Guilty. Feeling like a failure. Not just thinking about suicide, but having a plan for it. And there is a misnomer out there that people that talk about suicide don't really want to go through with it. And that's bull. People who talk about suicide are more likely to go through with it. You listen very carefully when someone tells you they're suicidal. They're not fooling around. They're telling you they're asking for help. Somebody who has decided to commit suicide may have been in a very bleak depression, and then all of a sudden everything seems great. That's because they've chosen a final answer, and that's when you start asking them questions. I mean, not over a period of time as their depression clears up. I mean, like they've been in a severe depression for 3 months, and one day, all of a sudden, boom, it's all better. That's something you got to really watch for. Depressive disorder is not something people choose. It's landed. Just like if you're born with one kidney, or you're born with an extra toe on your foot, like one of my cats, or you're a Siberian Husky. I don't even know where to begin to start with the problems there. Or my child who was born with Tourette's. It was almost always genetic. It's not my fault. It's not their fault. And they're not trying to drag you down with them. Now, if you constantly beg them to get help and they won't, then you have to make some other decisions. Because you do have to protect yourself. So, it's a tough road to care about somebody with depression. But it's a worthwhile road. Because even when I'm depressed, I'm fun. And when I'm not depressed, I'm a laugh and a half. It's great. But like I said, I'm 46 and I know the signs. I know when I have to start really thinking about seeing somebody. And really considering what's going to go on next. Making a plan to get myself out of the depression. Because my meds aren't doing what they're supposed to do. It's kind of gotten deeper than that. And that doesn't make me a freak. It just makes me honest about myself. Oh, depressed people often don't finish things they start. But so do people with ADHD and a lot of other disorders. So, you can't blame that. It's more like a collective of those things. But the word suicide, if you love somebody, you better listen closely. Right now, the screaming in the background you're hearing is my husband is making my son eat at the table. And my children do not want to eat at the table. They want to eat in front of the TV. And we are now in the process of changing that as the year begins. Okay, so now we've talked about depression a little bit more. And what can you do to help somebody with depression? You can't! You can get them help. Unless you're a qualified psychiatrist or psychologist, carry the heck out of it. It's medical. It's not something you can do.